All right, we are live for the 73rd episode of the
Let's Go podcast. Nice, loud, and crisp for everyone to hear. I don't know what happened. I got a brand new laptop, and now it's giving me issues. It's only on this podcast it's giving me issues. My wife's able to see her clients, no problem. We're able to do Zoom calls, no problem. But when it comes to the pod, I guess the pod didn't want this laptop to be the one. Anyways, we're on the HSL phone. We're broadcasting live on YouTube right now. So for all you following, we appreciate you watching. We are also very thankful and grateful and want to welcome the captain of now breaking the number 2 in the power rankings in the HSL Legacy League, Gershon Brookler. We appreciate Gershon. He does a lot for the HSL. He's a great captain. He's always has his he's always ready to go with anything we need, any advice or anything, and we're very happy to have him on the podcast. Dave, take it away.
Gershon has come on strong. I didn't really know you too well last year, but now that you're in the captain's role, I've gotten to know you a little better. Has a lot to say, a lot of thoughts, a lot of energy. Never cares what the weather is. Never cares how many things we ask him to do with the annoying Game Changer app. He does it.
I love
So
it. I love the app. I think it's great for the league. Whether we have one doubleheader, two doubleheaders, three doubleheaders, we'll always just show up to play.
3 double headers. Wow, that's interesting.
Dave, would you consider Dave?
I don't know who would put that in the schedule like that. Yeah, what, Avi?
I just got distracted for a second. Quickly, I brought up, and this has nothing to do with Gershon, so I feel bad, but it'll take 30 seconds. I brought up to the guys quickly.
Gershon, no respect to her. Gershon, no
This is
respect.
my.
Maybe it's something with San Diego. Maybe that's what it is. The San Diego teams just get no respect. We have Jules by DK in the basketball league. My boy Nathaniel Levi. They just just the no respect tour continues. It's okay.
Is it Levi or Levy? I've been calling him Levy. Is it Levi?
It's Levi.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Nate. Anyways, very quickly, I just got a message from someone watching live. So I was talking with the guys in the Titan League about potentially maybe doing a draft league for the fall night league, and they're like giving me tons of garbage about it. Like we're not Muncie, we're not Deal. Why do we have to copy them? No way. So somebody who plays in our summer league last year, he messaged me. He's like, why don't we do a draft league for the summer? Anyways, it's more of a chill league. It's a smaller league. Why don't we do that? No Titan guys playing the league, so I'm not getting any garbage from them. Maybe do that. So, I don't know, something that just, I don't know. I just got my curiosity going. Anyways.
It sounds like a good idea, but then also where are you getting your player pool from? Are you just anybody can enter, or are you going to have to cut it off at a certain amount?
Yeah, sign up. We have a limited amount of spots, and once we hit a certain amount of teams, then we say the registration is closed unless there's enough guys that will create another team. I guess you're right. I don't know. I've never done it before. I'd have to figure it out. But summer, I think, might actually be the best spot to do it in. Potentially, if we're going to actually consider it.
Very nice vibes last year's summer league. Gershon, did you play in the summer?
I didn't. Last summer I got married, so I took the summer off after the spring. Took it off and then came back in the fall. I subbed a couple of times for Annie's Kitchen for Eagles team.
Got it. All right, so let's get down to it. So tell us about your history with the HSL. Was last year your first season? Walk us through it.
So I started in the HSL in the spring of 2024. I used to play baseball Fridays with a bunch of RSA Chavetz Chaim guys. Somebody happened to post on the chat that, hey, there's this softball league starting up. I reached out to Avi, say, hey, be interested in joining. Got put on a team with Tzvi Greenberg was our captain for the Annie's Kitchen Pandas. I still play with a couple of the guys. Got Ari Slamovic, who's my pitcher still. I know you guys love to talk all about speed support. It's not about the speed. It's all about strikes. Right now he's throwing with the app. I love it. He's throwing 80% strikes. You can't beat that. You're not going to be able to beat that.
Ari doesn't walk guys.
He's walked one guy in 4 games. You're not going to beat that. You got to hit the ball. We got great defense behind it, and we make plays. So I got him still. I really enjoyed the league. It's fun. It's competitive. It's a good environment, and it's always just fun to get out, get active, play ball. It's a lot of fun. So I played there in the spring, took off the summer, subbed a couple times, then went over and played in the fall.
How did you find the league? How did you who in the spring? Last spring I understand you were playing in that Friday pickup game. But who invited you to the league? What happened? How did it?
I think Avi happened to be on the chat and he posted the flyer for the spring league was starting up,
I
and
happened.
one
I
To be
can't
on
believe
the
that
team.
happened.
I
It
know.
seems very unlike Avi Edelman to post his flyer on a chat.
And it piqued my interest and reached out, and here we are now on the pod, 73rd podcast. We're going strong.
Yeah.
And then on the fall, our spring team, we had some success. We got knocked out in the first round of the playoffs by the Crew, who now are the Cobras, who we play on Sunday. Big game. We're looking forward to it.
Which we'll get into.
Second game of the week. It's game number 2 of the week.
We know Ariel always comes first. And so then in the fall, we wanted to change things up again, bring in a couple of guys. So I took over like a co-captain position with Ari Islamovic. He was the captain. And again, we had success. Again, made it to the playoffs. We happened to lose to the champions last fall of the Precision Riders in the first round. We lost to them in the first round. Yeah, so can't be too upset at that if you're going down to the top dog. And then
that's a good point. The first time against the championship contender, the second time against the championship winner. So you guys lost to both teams that made the championships both seasons.
Were they the lower? Oh well, I guess you guys were lower seeds.
We were 16. We were the last team in. We were the last team in.
Precision Riders, I think, finished the 1 or the 2 seed in the fall. And then
hard to go deep in the playoffs if you're.
No, they were the 3. They were the 3. The Robins were the 2, and what was the other team?
What's his face's team was the 1. The
bunch of older.
Esposito
exactly.
was the 1.
They were the 1. The Robins were the 2, and Precision was the 3 because we played them. We played them first.
Got it.
But yeah, it was good year, good guys. We still got some of the guys. I got Ari still pitching. I got Yoni Bromchik's my left fielder, solid guy. You hit the ball to him, it's a vacuum. It's not being dropped. Nothing to worry about. I start walking off the field sometimes when it's 2 outs. I already know it's being caught. And then this year.
Let's go through your roster. Give these guys some shout outs because for a team that gets no love apparently from HSL, maybe their captain getting some love publicly here. No pressure.
So the team construction this year was from a couple guys that I know. I got to give
showing love.
Big love, boys. Big love. I got to give big shout out to Yisroel Muscat, who's honestly been amazing finding guys. A-level player, tight end league player. Wanted, I guess, maybe take a little bit step down, more competitive.
Player of the week, by the way. Player of the week for weeks, not just past week, but 2 weeks.
The first week.
Have you seen his diagram? Have you seen his diagram of Hewlett High School?
No.
Oh, you didn't get it. Okay. Side note. Okay, go on. So he's a great player. Yeah.
He's great player. He's playing second.
Muscat might be. I would venture to say he might be the best straight up hitter in the league.
Watching the ball come off his bat is something. It's amazing to watch. The ping you hear when the ball hits the bat is something that you've never heard before. It's amazing to watch. I'm happy that he's on my team. So he's playing second for us. So with him, we got Dovey Schwartz playing short for us. He's actually going to be out this week, but we'll make do. We got some good guys coming in to help us out. He also brought Nachi Frankel with him. Solid guy, fast, athletic, hits leadoff for us. I think his batting average right now is something like 670. It's ridiculous. He just puts the ball in play and beats everything out. It's amazing to watch. Then we could get into some of the drama, but we'll keep that for a little bit. Just Avi, mark your calendar against the Black Sox. You're going to want to be at that game. Just letting you know.
I thought to mark my calendar against Cobra Rentals.
That one that's because of the top 2 teams.
By the way, what time are you guys playing?
10:15.
Oh, amazing! So now I actually know what games I'm going to. I'll be at the Gordon Company versus Robbins game at 8:00, and then I'll head my way over for the. All right, so it looks like we'll be able to get to both this week. Dave. My team has a bye this week, so I'm actually able to do a lot of good highlights and videos. So hopefully we'll get some good stuff for the status.
Yeah, no, but for the Black Sox game, just make sure to be there. We got a player who committed to both teams and chose the other team over us, and he might be regretting it, but we'll make it work.
Avi, you know who that is?
No.
Ellie Dax.
What do you mean?
He had to both teams, and he's on the Black Sox.
Oh, yeah. Well, we could. Ellie Dax has also been receiving a lot of hate from me from another sport that HSL runs, so he wasn't so happy with Ellie Dax. We he took a tough loss in the basketball first round, HL Basketball League, and I was poking fun at him by the Black Sox game a couple weeks ago. He wasn't enjoying it too much. He was being a good sport about it. He actually made the final out of the game.
Don't get me wrong. He's a great player. We would have loved to have him on the team, but he's not with us. He's not with us on the team. So if you're not with us, you're against us, and that's our mentality. If you're with us, we're just gonna beat you.
Listen, at the end of the day, this is sports, and you're allowed to some extent, you're allowed to take things personal in sports. If it's a good motivator, call kavod.
If you don't have that chip on your shoulder, then what are you playing for?
I agree 1,000%. Ellie Dax, you better watch out, because once the MS Motor Fireballs knock you guys off in the semifinals or in the championship, you know why.
Gershon, what position do you play?
I'm playing third base this year.
Wow, the hot corner. How good?
Yeah, I love it. My throws.
I didn't ask about your level of love for the position.
I'll tell you this. I don't let any ball get past me. I may not make the best throw. I'll get the ball there. Maybe not be 100% accurate, but no ball's getting past me. I'm not having a ball go through my legs. I'm not having it go under my glove. I know I'm not the best hitter, so I always predicate myself on my defense. I make sure that I'm not the one making errors, the bad plays, make smart plays, smart IQ plays, and just keep going.
Got it. It's very important to know your strengths and weaknesses. And who's your shortstop?
Jovi Schwartz.
How's he?
He's been solid.
That's the Schwartz from Florida?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know who he is. I know him.
Yeah, solid, great hitter. We poked fun at him this past week. He struck out swinging hard, but it's okay. If he would have made contact, that ball would have been 500 feet. Would have been fun to watch. Then we got who else? We got Ellie Sugarman as our catcher. High IQ player. He knows everything that's going on. He's solid hitter, hitting in the 5-hole for us. He's super. He's the backbone. Behind the plate, you need a catcher that's your backbone. He's one of the backbones for us. He's there every day. Shows up. Obviously, I played catcher in the fall. I know it's not fun on the knees. No complaints. He's just there to play. Baseball guy.
What happened in the fall that you were taken off for third base?
There was somebody that was better. I thought that was better than me. My normal position is actually second. That's my normal position that I like to play. Because I know for me, it's just I like going to my right. It's fun. I like it. It's better. I know my strengths. So I love playing second, but at the same time, I just want to play ball. And we needed a catcher, so I said I'll step in. I'll play it.
Yeah, there aren't a lot of people like that. In the A League a little bit more, because I get Titan Legacy. I love everybody, but when you get to quote unquote higher level softball, dealing with pitchers like Steve Pollen, Yossi Kaufman, even myself, not to toot my own horn. It's important in all leagues, but especially in higher level, and catcher. You'll find guys who are very into playing catcher, such as Ezzy Unger, Benji Ashkenazi, because they enjoy catching really, I wouldn't say talented pitching, but just very thorough pitching to a sense, where you have to really strategize very hard against every hitter. You don't find as much in the Legacy League where guys are like super into playing catcher. Like David Gottlieb will play for his team if they need it. Shmuel Reda maybe a little bit, but he'd rather play for his base. Like, you don't find guys like that who are just, let's do it, I'm in for catcher. It's not so easy to find.
I'm not sure I know any at all, now that you mention it.
It's a tough position. Yeah, Bobo Keller. I played with him my first spring. He was catcher for us. That's what he was catcher.
It's very rare.
Something I have a hard time with when I'm catching, I'm not really committed to the job. So I have so many balls, I don't have equipment. I let so many balls get by me because there's only so much sacrificing to my body that I want to do. But a guy like Ezzy, who's committed to catching, or Benji, are very few balls getting by them.
Yeah, I mean, they're professional catchers. Also, Yosef Grossman, who is a fantastic infielder. He is also, very into it, and he's awesome behind the plate. He's very underrated, actually, because he's a really good infielder. But he steps up at catcher also when need be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. In my opinion, I think it's a more intense type of mentality. Like at anything, when the level goes up, every position matters more. But yeah, it's very rare that you find somebody in the Legacy League that are like, jumping to play catcher, which I think is a good thing. No matter what level league it is, when you have a good catcher for your pitcher, it helps out a tremendous amount. Spotting the pitches and knowing to play at the plate the catcher will actually be able to catch it and tag the runner out is also very important. Put someone random back there. you start having the pitcher covering home, it just becomes a whole lot of unorganized business. So
Yeah, we've
definitely
had
think that's something that's very important.
yeah, at least been great for us. We've had 4 plays at the plate, 4 out calls at the plate that he's been there. He's been fantastic for us. I remember playing when I played in the fall when I played catcher. I remember the first batter, the guy like already threw a pitch right down the middle. The guy kind of like check swinged at it, and I flinched so hard because I thought he was just gonna hit it. So like my glove went down, and I remember Dom was the umpire, and he turns to me, he goes, "You know you're supposed to catch the ball." And I'm like, I'm getting used to it still. I'm back here. I'm getting used to it. By the end, it's like he goes to the backstop. He just laughs at me. But I loved it as Avi said to me the other week when he was videoing our game. He called me. I like to talk when I play. He called me a little cocky. It's more confidence. When I was part of the game of baseball, it's mental. I loved it being behind home plate, chirping with the players, chirping with the ump. It's part of the game. I love it. It's confidence.
Gershon, where are you from?
San Diego, nice and sunny. Me and
Oh, right.
me
I
and
knew that because you're on the No Respect tour with Nate.
exactly
So,
us San Diego boys. It's not cockiness. It's just confidence we speak. That's all it is.
so are you connected with Chavetz Chaim? So you just know some of those guys from the Friday game. Okay. No, because
Yeah.
you mentioned.
The
Okay.
Friday game is majority. I mean, Chavetz Chaim is the one
I mean, I
that
also
isn't it rooted in there?
So how did you end
yeah.
up in Queens? Because you live in Queens now, right?
So
Landers.
I went to Landers, and then after Landers, I graduated, got an apartment with a couple guys, and just was in the area. Like I also know other people from San Diego that I know have also gone to Chavetz Chaim. So like also through that, like I've been in the building. Like I know people. Like I've family members that are part of
Picus.
Chavetz Chaim.
Did you go to
Picus.
Israel after high school? Did you go to
I did.
Israel?
I didn't. I went straight to Landers. I was 17 in Landers. It was fun.
So you in San Diego, you grew up playing softball or baseball?
Um, Honestly, I played basketball in high school. That we didn't have a baseball team, but I'm athletic. I just like playing sports. I always grew up. I'm a big analytics guy. You can talk to my parents from that. I used to every single day to this day. My father still gets the newspaper, and every morning when I'm home, first thing, go pull up the sports page. What happened? Even though I can look on my phone and see what happened, pull up the newspaper of what happened. I used to remember as a kid, I used to go through all the scores and I'd find the mistakes that they misprinted the mistakes in the paper of the scores from the games.
No wonder you're always catching me every time I make a mistake. Gershon, so wait, I had one question about that. You grew up in San Diego. I don't remember what it was. You went to Lander. I forgot. So you grew up a Padres fan or somebody else?
Nah, Padre fans still to this day through and through. That 2022 run was that was fun. I was actually at that game 4 when they beat the Dodgers in the NLDS in San Diego.
What a
Something
boring
never
life being
forget.
a Padres fan.
You know,
You
you're
What a
not
say
old
boring
enough.
life.
not
How
all of us
old
could
are
be
you?
from New York. I'm 26.
So you don't remember 1998? You were.
No,
Can we
I
talk
was
about how
born.
Juan Soto
I was
struck? Can
born
we
in
talk about Juan
'98.
Soto
So I
struck out
remember in
Oh, it was
'98.
amazing. Oh, it was amazing watching him strike out to end the game. Oh, I loved
Oh
it.
man, what an opening day for the Yankees, huh?
The Padres were
You know
better.
what
It's
happened when
okay.
Juan Soto stepped up to the plate last year against the Astros opening day?
You know what, Avi? The Yankees and the Mets have the same amount of World Series wins in the last 15 years, 16 years. One.
Uh, you don't understand
Avi,
how much fun it was watching that game, though. That Mets Astros game was so much fun because you have Josh Hader on the mound, also a former Padre, and Soto at the plate, and Hader was terrible to start the inning, and then Soto struck out the end of the inning. It was fantastic.
What a terrible swing by Juan Soto. He let the money. He's letting the money get to his head. All right, let's
Avi,
preview.
you sound like you sound like you're talking about Glenn Zuckerman over here. The personal bitterness is leaking through the screen. Um,
I don't know.
when
Listen,
you
I
talk
don't
about
know.
Juan
I don't
Soto.
know. Glenn in crunch time with runners on and 2 out twice in opening day. Glenn flew out against me, and then he had some singles and later in the game once it was already a separation. So,
I mean,
um,
all I know is Tatis is the only Platinum Gold Glove winner. So,
Wait, one more question, Gershon. Which players did you grow up enjoying in San Diego?
um, oddly enough, one of my favorite players growing up was Kevin Kuzminov. If you guys know that name, old third baseman for the Padres, also played for the A's. Great third player. But I also grew up, Jake Peavy days, Trevor Hoffman, Khalil Green, Mark Loretta, Ryan Klesko, Brian Giles.
Ryan Klesko was around in the early O's still?
Yup.
Okay, wow. Because he was on the Braves. He used to taunt the Mets in the 90s. Aha, interesting. Wow. Okay,
Mike
who else?
Cameron, good center
Mike Cameron.
fielder.
Was he on the
Um,
Mariners?
He's on the Mariners
he's
and the
been
Red
all
Sox.
over. He also played for the Braves not the Braves, the Red Sox at one point. He was all over.
So you're a real baseball junkie.
Ramon Hernandez behind the plate. I'm a sports junkie. I can name you Charger people. I know, even though they moved out of San Diego, I'm still a Charger fan. I grew up. My father still has season tickets to the Charger. I grew up at Qualcomm Stadium before that, and before I was born. But it was the Murph, Jack Murphy Stadium,
Stadium.
the Murph. But
Murph.
yeah,
You know, wait, let's see how good you are. What relevance does Jack Murphy have to a New York Mets sports fan?
that I'm not gonna know.
Jack Murphy's brother, Bob Murphy, was the Mets announcer for like 50 years. Avi knows who Bob Murphy is, right?
Of course.
The old Charger announcer also was the Mets play-by-play guy.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I don't remember his name, but he wasn't.
Well, now the old Mariner announcer is the Yankee play-by-play guy. He is amazing.
What's his name?
Forgot, but he's fantastic.
All right, Avi, were you gonna ask Gershon? Because I have.
Yeah, listen, I'm saying we've been hacking around for a while, and Dave, you're very into getting into business. We got a very big matchup coming up this week, and I wanna introduce it a little bit. We got the undefeated Cobra Rentals coming in at 4-0, I think, right? 4-0 or 3-0. The Cobra
They're
Rentals
4-0.
4-0.
Opening
Going up
a
against
doubleheader.
going up against the 3-1 MS Motor Fireballs, and the winner of this game will take first place in the league, because if MS Motors wins, they'll go to 4-1 and have the tiebreaker. I want to go through the roster here a little bit for the Cobra Rental Chihuahuas. You have guys, Chaim Zagelbaum, Yaakov Biedenstock, like Avi Cavalier, Eli Sabo, David Backs, like Mendy Warsh, Avrami Zagelbaum if he plays, Michael Cohen, Sach obviously, and Alan Feldberg. Just like straight professional hitters and unbelievable fielders. For me, as well as MS Motors has so far played throughout the season, I just don't see how they can match up in this game. And I wouldn't be shocked if, just talking very honestly, if Cobra Rentals pounds them like they pounded the rest of the league. And I'm being very genuine and very honest. Like, Dave, your Black Sox team's a great team. I know you say you were missing guys. They destroyed you guys. They immersed you guys. It wasn't even competitive. I know you say, you had one bag hitting in the field, but they seem to have been doing it to everybody. So I'm curious to hear from Gershon.
Wait, 1 second. Jacob Gelb is my daddy. I won't.
Jacob Gelb he's David Gottlieb's daddy. But I'm curious from Gershon to hear why he thinks MS Motors is different, and why he thinks they have a shot of not only winning, but actually competing through 9 innings, which most teams have not been able to.
So, first off, I know some of the scheduling. I know they might be missing some guys, but that's besides the point. Start off,
who's missing guys?
Cobras, they might be missing some guys.
Ooh,
it's a 10 o'clock game.
Wrench into things here.
But also, I know we're also missing some guys. Also, we're missing our shortstop. We're gonna be missing some other guys. But besides that, you mentioned Dove Schwartz is gonna be out this week. So we have Yigal coming in to play short for us.
Oh, okay, all right.
So I think we'll be okay. Okay. But you mentioned a bunch of those names. To be honest, I'm not familiar with. I'm from San Diego. I don't know a bunch of these guys. I haven't been part of the league long enough. So to me, they're just names. But at the end of the day, it's baseball. Anything can happen on any given Sunday. I know it's football, but anything can happen on any given Sunday. With the app, I've followed their games. They play guys close early, and then towards the end of the games, that's where they really, that's where they turn it on, and all of a sudden they're up 10 runs. With us, It happens to be with us. We come out strong. We'd like to score early. If you looked at our scores recently, we're averaging right now 10 runs a game. There's something close to it. We're gonna come out and play. It's gonna be a close game. We know that. We know our strengths. We think we're confident. We think we could beat anybody. The one game we lost this year, don't get me wrong, Jules by DK, they're a great baseball team. But part of us, it was a doubleheader for us. We think I got a little tired by the end. We were up early in the game. I know Avi says we got destroyed in the game. If you go back and look at the stats, we were actually up 3-0 after the first inning. So I think we'll be fine. It's going to be a close game. It's going to be competitive. I don't really expect either one of teams, because we know they're good defensively. Gelb's great pitcher. I don't know if he's going to be pitching on Sunday, but we know he's a great pitcher. But we got our
why
guys.
Why would he be pitching on Sunday?
I don't know if he's one of the guys that's missing. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Nah, Gell will be there.
I don't know.
Gell will be there.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know what's going on with them. But
Yeah,
look,
Gell will be there.
we're confident in our team. I'm confident in my pitcher. I know he's going to be fantastic on Sunday. We're going to go out. It's going to be a fun game. It's always fun to play baseball. And look, if they win, kudos to them. But also, at that point, from the entire league, they've brought an A-level tier team. So is it really like so surprising if they win? No. So whatever. It'll be
So
what
that's
it'll
actually
be.
my take.
It'll be fun.
That's actually my take, and I know there are guys who say all the time, "Oh, not A level, not A level." You know, listen, it's very hard to be an actual A level team. It's very hard to bring a team that's as competitive as the Bombers or Gordon Company's. Even my team was a really talented team. However, I just think they're on a different level, and we'll see what happens. Listen, for the sake of the league, I hope you guys beat them. I hope you guys beat them. You know, I don't want a blowout, but I hope you guys beat them 6-2, 7-3. You know, shake things up a little bit. I just can't believe it until I see it. Dave, I don't know if you have any other thoughts on this matter.
My only thought on it is it sounds like they've got a lot of young talent. I think something that Cobra Rentals has going for them, I do think it sounds funny about having experience in these leagues. There's a certain rhythm, there's a certain type of intensity, certain kind of knowledge that you need, and actually crossing the finish line is not so easy. I'll give you a good example. Shmuel Rada, he'll tell you all day he's not the best athlete. You know, he knows his role very, very well. You don't want to see Shmuel Rada if you're a pitcher, maybe an A-League pitcher wouldn't care. A B-League pitcher doesn't want to see Shmuel Rada in a tight spot. In fact, he had a game-winning hit off of Ariel in a championship a few years ago, Avi. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
But a guy like him, he knows how to win, at least at the B level. He's done it again and again and again. On Cobra Rentals, they don't have – I wouldn't say they have a ton of experience. They have They have Chaim Zegelbaum. I don't know the team so well. They have Eli Sabo. They have a lot of guys who've played in championship games, deep in playoff games, deep playoff games. You guys
and high-level games, and high-level softball. Very high-level softball.
Very high-level softball. Right, yeah. Chaim Zegelbaum played on Avi Edelman's team for a few years.
But even like a guy like Alan Feldberg, like he plays Monday night for the Lobos.
Right.
So I
would say the only thing, I don't know your team well enough yet. You guys are upstarts, as I called you. I would just say that other team, they have that that experience factor. If like it was the New York Post and they said match up the defense, match up the pitching, match up the coaching, and then they'd have like the intangibles or something. I think I would give them the edge in that. That's my only thought.
Yeah, but look, at the end of the day, we're playing with house money. We literally have nothing to lose. We're gonna go in. We're confident.
Well, you have the potential 1 seed to lose.
You say that, but at the end of the
if MS Motors wins, I guess you're the 1 seed.
I don't know if we are the 1 seed because we technically lost to Jules by DK, so they could with the three-way tiebreaker. We'd all be 3 teams. So I don't know how it'd be.
Well,
but look, there's
the
definitely
rankings.
in the power rankings.
It'll go by records against each other. It'll go by your 3 records against each other.
Correct, which they haven't played each other yet. I know they played later. But look, at the end of the day, it's definitely a big game because if we do win, we not necessarily the 1 seed, but we're a front runner to get a bye. Because at that point,
and if you lose, you basically can't get the 1 seed. Because then, for all intents and purposes, you're 2 games out of the 1 seed because you're a game out plus they have the tiebreaker.
Yeah, but look, we're confident. We're gonna go in. We're gonna have fun. That's the important thing with these leagues. As long as at the end of the day, our team, we love to have fun. We go out there.
All right,
we're cracking jokes the whole time. We're chirping. We're having fun.
Yeah. I got to bounce it in 2 minutes. I have a few more things I want to get through. Number one, areas of improvement for the HSL.
Areas for improvement. We got to get gear. That's number one. We got to get some swag we got to get some swag for the league. I know in the beginning we got to work on that.
We're bringing in bottles. I don't know if it's public yet. We're bringing in bottles. HSL sport bottles going to be given out to every single player in the HSL softball league when it arrives. But we would love to get more gear involved into the league. We were able to give out caps to our kids thanks to Smash House. Hopefully with as we continue to grow, HSL continues to get bigger with our sponsors and in general. I agree 1,000%. There's no reason why our men's players should be missing out on this stuff. We understand that there are a lot of sponsors involved. That every player is not so thrilled about having it all over their jersey, and we definitely do try consistently to help it benefit players in addition to benefit the HSL corporate. So I agree 1,000%. Can you keep on going, Gershon? What else do you have for us?
I know also previously the fields, I have to admit, so far all the fields that we've played on this year have been fantastic. We played on a couple turf. Last week we played at Cunningham. The conditions overall were great. That I know previously from when we started in the spring to where we are now, total, you guys have really taken that feedback, and you guys, I
That's
congratulate you guys.
thanks to Dubba Gottlieb. He's done a
Thank you. No,
tremendous
thank you. It's
amount of
been a
work.
lot of work. Thank you, and thank you to
Yeah,
Dom,
and
and also
Dom,
thank
Dubba and
you to
Dom.
Ariel, who
Yeah,
always gets us West Hempstead High School.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
They put a lot of work into that. We appreciate
yeah.
all for the feedback.
What else? I mean, the scheduling, some parts of it just sometimes get a little confusing. But for the most part, like I know this year with the scheduling, it's a little bit been all over the place. We kind of were running late on it. We got the schedule a little late. Then it was like only 2 weeks. But for the most part, honestly, the league's doing a great job. I enjoy it. I come to play every week. Our team comes to play every week. We're going out there. I think overall the league's having fun. It's competitive, and it's a good league.
All right. So merch. No other criticisms.
I'm good. I just show up and play.
Okay. Okay. A few more questions. Who's the best pitcher that you've faced in the HSL?
Ooh, I haven't faced many. I'll give kudos to. I think it's gonna go to Gelb. I know Ariel's very good. He's very good at locating. He's got good spin on his pitches, but I don't know. I feel like Gelb just a little bit. He's got some good movement. He knows when to change his speeds. I haven't really faced so much like top pitchers. I'll still put my pitcher up against anybody. I think Ari Slavic's fantastic. A little bit underrated, but it is what it is. He just goes out and wins. So
They're
I'll
very
ask for him.
similar pitchers, Slamovic and Gelb. They both don't walk guys. They have decent speed. They won't blow you away. They change speeds. They're very similar pitchers in my mind.
Yeah. Pitchers that could throw strikes, I think, in this league is a lot more important than speed because if you're just falling behind in counts, you're just waiting for that slow pitch then because you just want to get it over the plate to get a strike. I think throwing strikes is a lot more important than speed.
Agreed.
Best hitter that you've seen?
Muscat. Best hitter.
Avi also seemed to think that. All right, I'm all out of material, Avi. Anything from you?
I'm good to go. We're excited. It should be another fun day of softball. We're creeping up into the 50s now for this Sunday, so hopefully it just continues to get warmer.
We're finally playing a 10 o'clock game, so we're excited for that. I don't think I got to bring the hand warmer out this week.
Yeah, well, even the 8 o'clock game this week looks like we're talking low 50s to mid 50s, so it should be. There won't be any sun. It'll be cloudy, so I'm probably going to get 30 texts Sunday morning saying, "Oh, are you sure it's not going to rain? It's cloudy out." But there is very minimal chance of rain according to all other apps, so hopefully it stays that way. Like we said, a lot of good matchups, but two to look out for are the Titan League, Gordon Companies versus the Robins. Ariel Cohn is his first real opportunity here to face a Titan team in the spring. And then, of course, we have Gershon Brookler's MS Motor Fireballs going up against the Coparental Chihuahuas, which I should hopefully be getting a lot of footage of both games. So it should be a lot of fun. And, of course, we got everything else going on with our men's basketball championship, with the Gridiron Gauntlet, and a lot more that is coming your way. So we're very excited. We thank you all for tuning in. That's all I have.
Thank you, Gershon, for joining, and maybe we'll do this again come postseason time. We'll see if MS Motors. Oh, by the way, shout out to MS Motors. I was actually there this morning. Unfortunately, I was in a fender bender yesterday. Shout out. I had a feeling you wanted to sabotage my car, Gershon. Now that I was there, I think you've been hanging out. You've been hanging out with MS Motors a little too much.
We just, they're our sponsor. We love them. HSL does a great job with all their sponsors. We love all our sponsors. But sometimes we just gotta push them a little bit. We gotta send some more people there.
It's funny. I've been going to MS Motors a lot recently. Also once a fender bender, another time to get an inspection. It's always annoying going to these places, but my boy Nussy really makes the experience really.
He's a pleasure.
He is. It's very relaxed, chill, quick, in and out.
And he's not looking to rip. Most importantly, he's not looking to rip you off. Funny story today. I had a ding on my car. He said, "You want me to?" He said, "You want to do it the real way or pop it out?" I said, "What does the real way mean?" He said, "Real money." I said, "Yeah, just pop it out."
Yeah, he's really good. I had a similar thing as well. Somebody hit me. It was totally their fault, and whatever. He gave me some very good advice. My car is a little damaged, not fully damaged. He's like, listen, there's no point of fixing it now. It's like, it's not going to make a difference on how you drive. Say if when it's time to return the car and then they make you fix it, so then you'll come to me then. But for now, just leave it alone. Have the lady, whatever, she wanted to pay out of pocket, have them send you the money for it. Pocket it, take it, keep it. And, if it comes to having to fix it, you just use that money to fix it later on. We're not going to change the price. So he's awesome, and we appreciate him. He's actually sponsoring also a team in the Gridiron Gauntlet. He's sponsored our basketball league, a bunch of kid stuff, so we really appreciate him and all of our sponsors. Quick shout out before we go to our league sponsor, King Ventures, who has been working like crazy for us the last few weeks. All the orders we have going on, and also Town Appliance, our newest corporate sponsor for the whole 2025 season. We appreciate you as well, and Smash House, who will be catering our basketball championship as well as our spring softball sponsor. So now that we plugged all our sponsors, have a good Shabbos, everybody. We
Have a good
Gershon, thank
Shabbos.
you for sitting. Gershon,
And
thank
Ju-
you for sitting through that commercial.
No problem. And Nate, go win a championship for Jules by DK. Represent San Diego.
Jules by DK. We wish you were at the championship. He's got a wedding that night, but we'll hopefully have him watching the live stream.
Sounds
All right,
good.
Joe.
All right, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, I